class. The priority is to at least kind of teach you from a younger self perspective what we're actually looking for, without being all complicated. What would my younger self want to make sure I convey to you? And what would your younger self want to hear? Just look for this one sentence. The highest priority is. We're looking for that pinnacle of light. Some of you will see it, some of you will hear it, some of you will feel it. So what we did is we looked for what is the most important information to convey. You were hydrated, you were polarized, your yeses and nos were on. I made sure everybody was connected to the light, which is checkpoint 2. Because in the map, essentially, I liken it to driving in the dark. Meaning like you're in a car, you gotta turn your lights on to see where you're going. So unless you have your light grid going, powered up here and powered here, it's really hard to see. So we make sure the lights are on in some way. And then what we did is we worked on a third checkpoint. In some ways what we actually worked on, if I looked at the third checkpoint, for those of you who know it, is past dates. There was a bit of clarity that needed to be happened on this highest priority is because not everybody quite gets it to the degree we need to get it. So I went into the past to clarify something for you all to make sure you get this before you leave the room today. Yeah? So I'm going to ignore that. What I really want to convey is on the back side of your map. This is the most important part that I want you to get today. Because in a sense, we just did a mini session by me explaining this. But whenever you do a mini session, you want to check this checkpoint that says something like that we're treating the important pinnacle dimensions of the whole. I used to like to call it subtle layers, and I still let them call it that because it's easier to say subtle layers than all these words. But in the map itself, we go, okay, we cleared the big picture, but is there anything else left on the body, the mind, the spirit, the conscious, the subconscious? Dimensions, known and unknown. Our subtle layers, our deepest, highest good. Healing light layers, including inside, outside, environment, social, infinity. So there are words on here to help you understand that you're not just treating, if Julia's a client, I'm not just treating this. What might be important to treat is her subconscious or her spirit. So that, Aaron, that could come in handy again if you're doing hypnosis. Which part am I supposed to actually treat, or for you as well? It's like, okay, you might actually say, okay, for your spirit, we're going to do this hypnosis. And they might click in on a whole different level than they would have otherwise. And it's more important and impactful.
So do you test for these things?
You would test.
Do I need to test for subtle layers?
Yeah, I'm gonna postpone that question for now, because that's like a whole hour talk, which we'll see how that goes. But the bigger picture is, again, we hydrate, we polarize, yes, no, make sure our light grid is on, and if you just make sure your light grid is on in real life, out there, that's what you need to do to be mostly healthy and functional, and not get run down. Yes?
So I was just reading through this, and I know that I'm a beginner, but I didn't understand the polarity.
Okay, we will go into that then, or somebody will.
Okay.
Thank you for asking. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we find out what we're going to do for the main person. But once we're done with the main person, or advanced ways, even if it's not the main person, it might be a subtle layer. So this box is going to be super helpful for you that are for those of you who are more complicated with things. Like, oh, huh. So I have to treat the spirit before anything else is going to fit. Something like that. But at least it gives you somewhere to check what is the priority. And then what I did at the end for this little mini goal here, I was like, okay, is there anything else we need to do? Is there anything, there's permanence, is this last box, which very rarely you'll ever get to in a real session. But is there anything else that we actually need to do to make this permanent? And I got nothing. There's no snags in the field, there's no tangles, like your hair can get tangled, there's nothing. It's, okay, anything else, no tuning, like that usually means you're done and you're ready to move on. So I'm gonna make this really simple one more time just to make sure everybody gets it. Hold on. Oftentimes what we're doing is we're trying to just come up with a goal. The highest priority is, and we do want that trim the navel light. We treat it till it's done, but then sometimes the subtle layers on the back, I skipped a step. Treat it till it's done. And again, in basics, you're going to treat it until it's done for all the subtle layers as well. And then you would basically be like, okay, is it clean? Is it clean enough? Am I running enough light for whatever it is that got brought up? And once you're running enough light and you feel done, like there's no more snags or snarls, then you can move on to the next piece.